Hello class, today we're going to be talking about rewriting logarithms. So there are many different rules of logarithms. We're only going to talk about three in particular today, and that is the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule. So the product rule states that if we have a log of AB, of two factors, we can rewrite it as saying log of A plus log of B. So whatever your two factors are, they go in here, but we add them. We add the logs. Notice that the same thing works for the natural log. ln of AB is equal to ln of A plus ln of B. The quotient rule is very similar. When we have things that are being divided, we can express that through logs, or as two different logs, as subtracting the two logs, where whatever your numerator is goes in the first one, and whatever your denominator is goes in the second one. And again, the same thing works with the natural log. ln of A over B is equal to ln of A minus ln of B. And then we have the power rule. The power rule states that if we have a log of something to a power, well, we can take that power out and multiply it to the log out in front. So that's what the power rule is stating. And again, the same thing works for ln, for the natural log. So the natural log of x to the y power is the same thing as saying y times ln of x. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking things that look like this on the right side here, and we are going to condense them so they look closer to the things that we have there on the left side. So we're going, we're basically condensing the equations. So let's take a look at some of these examples I have for us. And first, you see I have log times 3x minus 4 plus log of x. Well, according to our rule, this is a plus. So right away I'm thinking, okay, product rule. And it looks like I have log of something plus a log of something, so I can rewrite it as one single log, but just whatever's inside of them are being multiplied to each other. So I can rewrite this as log times, or log of 3x minus 4 times x, just like that. If we look over here, we have something very similar, except now it's being subtracted. So when I see subtraction, I think, okay, quotient rule. So the quotient rule, we have two things subtracted. We just write it as a fraction, where the first one goes on top and the second one goes on bottom. So we have log, now this is log base 2, so we got to keep it with 2. So log base 2 of 5x minus 1 divided by x, just like that. Now moving on to this one right here, we have ln of A plus ln of B minus 2 ln of C. Well, here we're going to be using all three of our rules. We're going to be using the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule. So notice that I have this 2 out front. That's what's different from on this one. Well, if we look at our power rule, we can rewrite it. If it's out front, we can write it as an exponent of whatever is in the log. So we're going to want to do that. And here's what's going on. So we have three different natural logs here. We're going to be writing it as one natural log. Anything that's positive will go onto the top, and anything that is negative will go on the bottom. So that's how it's going to work for us. So we have the A and B are both they're positive ln's. Notice this, and there's a little invisible plus right there. So those are going on the top. So we have A times B, and then this is the minus, so this is going to go on bottom. So this is going to be C. However, we have this 2, and looking at the power rule, we can rewrite the 2 as an exponent. So this would be the same thing as ln of A times B over C squared. looking at this next one right here, we have log base 4 of 2x minus log base 4 of a minus log 4 of b. So, again, we're going to be using, well, we don't need to use the product rule here because we have nothing being multiplied out front, but we will use the, I meant the power rule. I don't know if I said product rule or power rule. We won't be using the power rule, but we will be using the product rule and quotient rule. So, let's see. This is a plus, so that's going to go on top. This is a minus, so that's going to go on bottom. And this is a minus, so that's going to go on bottom. So, we're going to write it as one single log, and it's log base 4. Notice they're all log base 4. And let's see, on top we're going to have 2x. And on the bottom we're going to have a and b. So it's equal to log base 4 of 2x over ab. Let's take a look at this next one. So these are natural logs. We have natural log of 3x minus 3 natural log of 5x minus 2 natural log of 4x. So again, let's identify what's going to be on top, what's going to be on bottom. We have 2 that are going to be on bottom, 1 that's going to be on top, and it looks like here we're going to have to use the power rule for the bottom one. So I'm going to write it as a single log. So natural log of, let's see, 3x is going to go on top, divided by the 5x and 4x are going to go on bottom, and the 4x is going to be squared. So it's going to be 5x times 4x squared, just like that. And notice you can simplify this, but don't worry too much about it. Okay. And then finally here, notice that all of these have a coefficient out front. So all of them are going to be a power of some sort, given our power rule. These two go on top, and this goes on bottom. So it's going to be log base 2 of x cubed times x to the 4th minus, and so the minus is going to be on the bottom, divided by x, just like that. And that's how we rewrite logs. One little quick note, this is just bothering me. I forgot to put parentheses up here for that. Yeah, okay. So anyway, that's rules of logs. So just remember we have our product rule, we have our quotient rule, and we have our power rule. So that's all I have for y'all today. Have a good day. Bye.